October. Flexing Range Rovers, dealing weight by Minnesota. Avoiding arcs with camcorders and Chevy Novas. Stash in the building with this chick named Alona from Daytona. Flexing Range Rovers, dealing weight by Minnesota. Avoiding arcs with camcorders and Chevy Novas. Taking the skin at the Aspens, gangsta mental. Stay popping crystal. Pack a black pistol in the act coupe that's dark brown. Pinky ringing, gondolas with the man singing. Italian music down the river with your chick clinging. To my bit low.
Awesome.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. All about them Buffalo, baby.
Oh,
All about them Buffalo, baby. Yeah.
I'm Buffalo ready.
Yeah.
The haters don't hate. Let them hate. I said Buffalo was coming. We got something to prove. To prove. Period.
Definitely. I had to pay that all about the vitamins now. Go back Thursday. Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, we need some of this good music this morning. Shut up on my man Ching Ching Fang calling in. We talking football, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I heard it.
Yeah.
I recorded a clip, posted it on my IG.
That's what's up. Yeah, we definitely excited day today. You know what I'm saying? I finally get to wear my shirt I ordered online. I finally get to rock it. Match the hat. I got all the main players on the team on their college uniform on here, showing love, coming together for this main event season. That's what I'm gonna call it, the main event season. And like they said on the NFL Live yesterday, that was the last words of John Madden. He said the Buffalo Bills will win the Super Bowl in 2022. He said with that amazing young man, Josh Allen. He made that clear. And then six days later, the Most High took him home.
Yeah.
So,
he knew it though. He knew it. We have been overlooked for a very long time. They a lot of the they think that we're a joke. We just had to get our confidence back. We had a lot riding on it, and we had a lot going on as well. We had to get the team together. We had to get the team together.
Yeah, and I think Sean McDermott, he knows the science behind it as him being a defensive coordinator and a military coach. I said this years ago. I was like, man, the military coaches, man, they know something that we don't know. Every military coach that coached in the NFL always took the team to the bowl and won. I don't think it's not one military coach in NFL history that did not win a ring.
I think because they train with the mind. It's not just the body. The body, you can have the most fiercest body and you can do, all that you can do on the court. But if your mind is not in it, I think that's probably what the key. He makes sure that their mind is trained as well as their body.
Yeah, definitely. So I was like, I had to bring that up, and I was they had a little debate on NFL Live. I watch NFL Live. Them brothers be, Keyshawn and them boys. They be talking. They be telling the truth, and they was like they just can't see with Von Miller on the wing. They're gonna have to double team Von on that wing on that left side. So that's gonna open up the middle for Edmonds, and that's gonna open up, Oliver to do what he do. They was double teaming him for the last pass since he's been in the league. They've been double teaming on Oliver, and it's between Oliver and the other young boy Mario. Them boys too fast and strong off that line, and it's like that's gonna open up a lot for what's going on the defense side. So I don't know. I can't wait to see tonight. I can't wait to see what's going on and see who get the ball first. And they're Buffalo number 3 on special teams, but they number 1 on offense, number 1 on defense throughout the league. So they're going to prove that today. Allen gave him a little piece of it in preseason when he played that one quarter. That was like pretty easy for him. He did his thing for the 1, 2, 3, 4, and they sent him down.
Of course. Can't exert too much.
Yeah, he went in there and did that thing, and they shut him down. Like, okay, that's it. Go ahead, sit down, drink some Gatorade, do some
Yeah.
coaching or something.
Man, you got to stay strong for this season. We don't want no mishaps, none
Yeah,
whatsoever.
and I don't know, the whole ESPN commentators pick Buffalo to go to the bowl, no matter who they playing.
Yeah.
They picked them to
Yeah.
win across the board. Vegas have they top 100, I think 122 gamblers, and 82% pick Buffalo to win. So when Vegas and ESPN coming together, and then the voice of Madden, usually they be on point. And I never seen nobody said anything wrong in a while when it comes
They see the
to
progress.
yeah,
It's one
yeah,
thing to not be making the progress, but Buffalo has consistently each year made progress to get to the point where, yeah, they can be the first round pick for the Super Bowl.
yeah,
Of course,
yeah,
because they see the progress. It's not like we've been getting bad each year. We've consecutively been getting better and better and better and better and better. We've identified, the areas where we need to improve
yeah,
as far as
yep,
our defense. We've been getting better and better and better. So
yep,
hell to the yeah.
yep.
Yeah,
That's yeah, you
don't
gonna tell
sleep
the
on
truth.
Buffalo. I've been saying it for years. Don't sleep on Buffalo. We
Yeah,
just had
don't
to
do
get
it.
the right people in place.
And I also like with we ain't in Buffalo, but I know they got that M&T commercial that Von Miller got, and they said that the whole Buffalo in tears off that M&T commercial, and also Von Miller talked to the ESPN and told them to replay the 30 for 30 of the 4 losses of the Bills, and he made the whole team watch it last night in LA when they aired it last night. Um, on ESPN, the 30 for 30, he made the team watch it so they know what they got to do, to break the curse of
Yeah.
whatever's going on from he said, from the 4 losses to the magic pass that they can get called in the playoffs to the 13 seconds. He was like, I need everybody to watch this, and they watched it. Um, they had Bruce Smith, Thurman Thomas, Jim Kelly, Tally, and Steve Tasser also in the locker room with them watching it and explaining to them what was going on, at that time and everything. So that was good. That was good. I watched it last night too when they announced that on ESPN that you know that Von Miller did a special request to replay that 30 for 30, and I think
Yeah.
that's real big. I think that's
I
real
think it
big. I
is
think that
too, because you want
yeah,
to know where you're coming from and where you want to go to, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. So that's powerful. That's powerful. You know what I'm saying? We got this game day. Throwback Thursday. Uh, you know, uh, shout out to our co-host Xtasy. She couldn't make it this morning. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to you, Xtasy. Sending you
them
vibes, positive vibes
all
only.
day. Because that medication is something crazy when you going through mental health and they use you as a guinea pig. I just
Oh,
it's just crazy. She need to go ahead and get her cannabis card so she can go ahead and get some things to help the situation out. Because we always speak mental health on the show. We always speak on, the strands of people need to know and be educated on the cannabis side and all that. And I
hmm.
think that she got to put that in her own hands because I'm not trying to say that doctors don't know what they're doing, but some doctors just want to try things out
My mom
to
always says that. That
yeah,
guinea
yeah,
pig. My mom always. When you said that, I'm like, wow. It sounds like my mom. She says that, and it's true. I remember first time I went to the doctor, they were like, "Well, let's try you on this." It might have been something like it wasn't Risperdal. Risperdal was like one of the last things they tried with me, but yeah, they really do. You have to go in with information. That's why it's really helpful to talk to other people who also you know,
Right.
struggle with the mental health aspects of life as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I give her some tips and stuff that I've learned. Then I also tell her the different YouTubes that I've watched on mental health, far as what type of strand to use, what this does, and and breaking that. But I have a personal person in Albuquerque that teaches us on that end too, me and my wife. So therefore, I try to educate other people to know, what I'm saying, what you need to be doing, what strand to use. Most of the stuff that's on the street, if there's nobody that's not working behind the dispensaries, what I'm saying, that's educated, you just can't smoke just anything. You know what I mean? You gotta know what it is, what's the percentage of the THC, the CBD, and you gotta know, the hybrids, what different hybrids they got. You got to really get, and this is education here. This is something not just to enjoy the recreational
The
of it,
recreation,
but
right?
definitely enjoy the medical part of it.
Yeah, that the dispensaries here in Chicago are fabulous. You walk in there and you let them know what it is that you're struggling with, whether it's sleep, like indica is good for sleep,
Right.
whether it is anxiety, and
Mhm.
you can when you go in, there's like menus of
Okay.
the different strands and what they help alleviate, whether it's pain, like CBD is good for pain. So if you
Right.
are struggling with anxiety, sleep, and pain, get a seat. They call it 2 for 1, two in one, where you get the CBD and you just have to, like you said, if it's not just for recreation, I would recommend, if you have a dispensary in your area, go and at least talk to them. A good dispensary
Right.
will walk you through, the different strands, the benefits of them, and
Mhm.
what works for them, because a lot of times the people in the dispensary are also
Yeah.
suffering with different ailments as
Right.
well as mental health challenges.
In Chicago, do they have in the dispensaries in Chicago? Do they have like a catalog of that you can pick up to tell you which strands they have or which strands they can order for you for that
Um,
particular health?
You know what? I'm not sure, but I do know that so when they're all online, like Medman, that's one, that's a big one here. Medman, that's online. When you can order things online, but if you walk into the dispensary, they have these huge screens up in some of them with
Okay.
the different strands. And 9 times out of 10, when you walk in, there's someone there waiting to help you.
Right.
And it's funny, some of them, how can I help you get high today? They'll say something like that.
No. Do they have like a scientist or a doctor there or certain dispensaries? I know they have like small dispensaries that just have the workers. Then they have the big ones, they call them uh
Like
uh uh
cannabis.
the big ones that come that get like almost like a mall. I think they have like more doctors, but do the small ones have like maybe like a scientist or a doctor to really break it down to you?
So because of COVID, when COVID happened, it kind of halted everything that a lot of the dispensaries were doing. My favorite dispensary is called Cannabis,
Mhm.
and in the back of the store, it's in I believe it's in Lombard, either Lombard or Villa Park. The towns stop and go so quickly here in Chicago. You
Yeah, right,
you
right.
could cross the street and
Arrow.
be in a
Yeah.
whole nother town. So
Yep, yep, yep.
yeah, but I like it because they have actual I don't it's like a cafe
Mm,
where you can sit in, and they do classes there to
mm,
teach you. They teach you about growing, they teach you about the strands, and it's there that I also learned that you can get the seeds and stuff. It's so much to it.
mhm.
It's being an advocate for yourself.
Right,
And
right.
it's really being an advocate for yourself. Cannabis is not for everybody.
Mm,
Some people still have their drawbacks for it. But if you don't want to go with the Western medicine and get all doped up, for me, I have to work. I can't
yeah,
be doped up during the day. I was
right.
on, I had the Xanax and the
Mm,
Klonopin and all of that, and I couldn't talk. It
right,
was
right,
to the
right.
point, it had me like a zombie. I can't function
Right,
like that.
right, right.
So,
I
I,
understand on that one. Yeah,
yeah, I can't function like that. So
yeah.
I do what I need to do, and if I have trouble sleeping, I'll take a gummy or something
Mm,
like that. Or I am definitely 420 friendly because I see the benefits compared to what I was using before. I don't want to be doped up by, you
Mhm.
know, the medications that the doctor is giving me. That Risperdal is a main thing. It's a
Yeah,
main.
my son, he's in a facility, lockup facility, and they change his medication all the time,
Yeah.
and I can't stand it. I can't wait to get out of there because I told him, I said, "All of that stuff is okay, they're guinea pigging you, on it, and they don't know, they really don't know until you talk to the doctor, and then that even the doctor let them do what they do, but at the same time the doctors also push him to, for him to behave himself to get out of there because it's more benefit for him for his mental health. And his own doctor is saying that. So his
Yeah.
own doctor is saying that in a locked up facility in the state of New York, that should tell you something right there. And I really appreciate the doctor being honest and
Yeah.
and really caring to help people in a mental state of mind to where he knows that the medication that they're giving you, okay, it might do a little something for you for a different part of the day, but in so many words, he's trying to tell him, you need, you know, the cannabis.
Inside.
Yeah, you need that. You need the edibles, or you might need something else that can help what you're going through in your mental state of mind. So, I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that. But I know, in New York, I'm on Buffalo, they have dispensaries in Buffalo, but they don't, from my understanding by talking to people, that their dispensaries don't have the that they have the knowledge and the education, but they don't have the deep education that we're getting, where you at in Chicago and where we and my wife at in Albuquerque, we in the Southwest.
Yeah, it's not as
We're getting the
mature.
whole education on all different types of strands.
Mm-hmm.
Where in Buffalo, their dispensaries giving you the basics, the pain, maybe some mental health stuff, depends where you go. They don't have
Mm-hmm.
no they don't have no mother strand dispensaries out there in Buffalo. I think the only mother strand I understand, that I understand from people that even talk here in Albuquerque that knows about it, is in Olean. You know what I mean? You
Oh,
got
yeah.
guys
Oh,
out there.
yeah. I did hear that.
Yeah,
I met a couple of people that actually went up to Olean. I haven't been up there,
yeah. They
but
said
I
Olean got
did hear that they have it going
dispensaries
towards
out
the
there.
Native American reservation.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they said
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where you're gonna get the education. That's where you're gonna get they got over 2,500 strands there. And it's like they'll really break it down to like what are you going through? Okay, you bipolar, you have anxiety, you have depression, you got pain in your knee too. Okay, we got this strand 4-in-1. This is called so and so so and so. Street name is this. They take the percentage of the THC, the CBD. You got different hybrids and stuff like that. They'll break everything down to a science to actually let you know what product that you actually getting. They even tell you when to smoke it, or if it's a food product. They tell you when you got to eat it, how much you got to eat,
Mm-hmm.
what you got to eat it with. Depends what it is and what you use it for. And they said Odeon is powerful.
Yeah,
'Cause I know they
they
opened up a dispensary in Buffalo on Hurdle, right on Hurdle, right before you get to Delaware. They just opened one up over there,
mm,
and they said that's probably the closest that can they give you the order, but it's so packed when you go in there. Like you can't
I
really
bet.
get service the way you want to because it's so packed there. From the time they open to the time they close, it's like, you know what I
It's
mean? It's
back.
like, yeah.
Yeah, they have a MedMen. Actually, I was out with my niece one day, going to Big Lots or something up on Transit, and they actually
Mm,
have a MedMen out there. I couldn't tell if it was open or not. I was surprised to see it there, but there is actually one there. How I've never gone in there or anything, not to the ones in Buffalo, so I don't know how it is, but I do know that was one of the first dispensaries that I like to go to once they legalized it here in Chicago.
yeah, 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 yeah. When did they legalize it in Illinois?
2019, 2020. It's been at least
I think
right before
during the
COVID.
pandemic, right?
Yeah, or during COVID, right
Yeah,
before or during.
Yeah, because
And
I know we was in Indianapolis.
they're popping up everywhere.
Yeah, we was in Indianapolis.
Everywhere.
That was the only state. Every state around the state of Indiana was legalized medically and recreational all
Mhm.
around that state. I think Indiana now is they finally got
Yeah.
legalized and everything now. They I think started like this. I think the first day was September 1st.
Mm.
It's recent. So
Let me check
um
it out.
you know what I'm saying? I believe that uh 4 other states is gonna vote for it this November, including Georgia. And and then they not, I mean, my sister live in Atlanta and she's not really getting she thinks she's getting the good stuff to help, what she needs, but they really getting crumbs. They really getting that they call it, that trash bunk, you know, AZ trees out there, man. They're not really getting what they want unless you really know somebody in the industry. A lot of the celebrities that live in Atlanta got those connections. They got that private doctor and all that really is getting that. And I know that when Snoop goes to Atlanta, he's connected to the people that's connected to his business out there in Atlanta. And them are the things I was trying to tell my sister, like, "You're not really getting," you know what I mean? You're not getting what you think you're getting, you know what I mean? Because especially you telling me the price, like, nah, no, you're not, especially, I think from, like, Charlotte, Georgia, and maybe, parts of Florida. The Upper Florida got some good dispensaries in Miami. I think they're doing it
Yeah.
all out there, but
Yeah.
yeah, but,
There's
this is
11 states that so only 11 states prohibit the drug completely.
okay.
Uh, Mississippi and Alabama are the latest states to legalize medical
Okay.
marijuana, but it's unavailable for purchase as the states try to establish regulations. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
A lot of states don't have the regulations as far as how they can bank, how they can. So it's all a cash business.
Yeah, right. They need to put it. A lot of the governors I know the governor of Texas. He's trying to figure out how to use the money for things like maybe education or probably gun laws or something like that. But they trying to get him out of office anyway. He just
Yeah,
talking. Um,
which they should. I
yeah,
mean,
he
doesn't
just
it make
talking though.
sense?
Yeah, he just talking. They try to get him out of. I just seen a commercial online about that governor of Texas. They're trying to throw him all the way under the bus and run him over 4 times. So
They trying to throw him out of there.
yeah, they trying to get him
my
out
son,
here.
my son is in Texas now, and I'm looking at the news, and it's like you can't use, power for a certain period of time, and it's like 100 degrees down there. Oh my God.
Unbelievable. It's like unbelievable. So it's like these are things that I bring to this platform to help people to understand. Even though 514 Online Mix is in Canada, they already set. They dispensaries out there is definitely they on a whole nother wave with it. It was the
Okay.
first country to legalize it, the whole country, not the towns and the cities, but the whole country. So
Yeah,
um
Canada is I don't know. They're more modern, I
yeah,
feel, than we are as far as what we
yeah,
can and can't
especially
do.
medical.
Can't you still go over there and drink at 18?
I don't know. That's something to
I
look up.
think
I don't
so.
know. I know
Remember
back
when
in the
we
day.
used to go to Canada to get the
Oh, man.
triple X Molsons? They didn't sell them in America.
Oh, yeah. We used to go to Canada and a
All
matter of fact, they don't even most of the spots, if you ain't on the strip going over that bridge, you good. If you ain't on see you outside those strips, they let anybody drink, smoke, do anything back in the day in the 90s. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
when I was 16 years old, I went with my brothers and my cousins and them, and they didn't let me go on the if they went on the strip, I stayed on the outside. They went inside, and I just outside 'cause outside was a party too, so I didn't wasn't missing nothing. But
Up
um,
on Clifton Hill.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh man.
yeah, yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So it's like, now you going on the side strips or the side roads. They used to let 16-year-olds go in there. They don't even ID you or nothing. They just make sure you ain't got no weapons and all that. But that was different in the night. We had fun. That was real fun. Like we didn't have
Yeah.
that was our social media right there. That was our IG right there.
Yeah, yeah, it was. Well, thank goodness they didn't have social media back then because some people might The lives we led, Lord,
Oh
the
man,
lives we led.
it's a lot of secrets that was going on in the 80s and the 90s that if it was social media back then, man, oh my God.
Ooh-wee.
You know,
Ooh-wee.
these kids that they just do things to do things on social media now. They just do things just to entertain themselves and their friends. They don't even understand what we had to go through to, to network and to talk to people and you had to really be outside. Like you
It
couldn't.
wasn't for play. I think back to some of the places as a teenager that I was and some of the things that I did. It's like, wow,
Yeah,
oh, thank you, universe.
yeah,
Thank you. That's
yeah,
all I
yeah.
can say.
Then when internet did slowly come in, 'cause I remember web TV. My dad had web TV, and I stayed with him on Zenner as how first house he owned, and
Mm,
he had the web TV, and just doing that was amazing. How you can just listen to music before it came out, and yeah, I mean, the other things that my cousins and them was doing they ain't supposed to be doing was on there.
see,
So I'm
see.
looking like, "Well, that's on there like that?" They like, "Yeah, yeah, like the porn and everything on this joint, bro. You don't know?" I'm like, "Man, y'all gon" you know what I'm saying? They don't let my
Off the
daddy come
chain.
in here and see y'all on that big old TV screen.
Off the chain.
But I was shocked when I seen that. 'Cause that's when that was one of my first times really engaging into, in the technology of web, and then after that a couple years later, this is like in '97, and then a couple years later, I had a roommate that had AOL, and then that's when I was
Mm,
learning more on the social side where they had this chat rooms and all that type of stuff, and then that's when I was really learning and understanding how this worked. You know what I mean? And most of the people that had computers went to school for. You know what I mean?
oh
I
yeah.
didn't really I took a small computer class when I was in school, but that was basic. The BMIs and then on the Mac for graphics. And I went to art school, that's all I knew computers for the graphic side of it, the art side of it. And then, I learned a little bit on the research side of it. Then that was it. I didn't really know anything else with the technology until later on in life. Like
Yeah.
maybe from 98 to 2001, and then that's when the MySpace came in and all that, and that's when I really got involved in understanding, and that's when I met my mentor, Mr. Will, who's I'm trying to get him on the show soon. Um, he just came back from the service and was teaching me digital marketing then in 2002, 2003, 2004. So that's when I was seeing the internet really growing to where, okay, in a minute, that's all we gonna need. We ain't
It's
gonna
a
need,
marketplace.
yeah, we ain't gonna need, a lot of other things that going out with flyers and going to this place. We still do that now because that helps out to match your digital with your physical. But I was seeing the vision what was this thing was going. So for us knowing what we knowing now on the cannabis side and for the technology and everything now, it's like everything makes sense now. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
people still can't figure it out, what's going on far when it comes to this digital marketing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because they're not tapped in. They tapped in on their product, they tapped in on their talent, but they're not tapped in to the people. They tapped in because on a different scale of people checking you out far as your followers, but you not really don't understand how to reach people. That's the thing that I teach a lot on this platform. You know that, yeah. I
Yeah,
talk
and I, you know what? It's interesting that you said that because I've not always, I've been working with computers since high school. So I've taken computer classes. That's what I went to school, So
Yeah.
I've always worked with computers, and it's interesting because I never thought about it. There are many people out there that don't work with computers on an everyday basis, and their only experience with the internet is probably just looking up something on YouTube, but to actually place their own product on the internet, it's probably not even something that they think about because they don't see or realize that this is where we're going technology wise.
Mhm.
You need to know how to market yourself, and you need to know that digital marketing is definitely coming. 2020 COVID sped it up, I feel. So now it's like you don't even need the paper. You
Right.
it's good to have, yeah, the flyers, but you can make that flyer. You can have someone make that flyer for you online, and you can just grab the email. You
That's
can
right.
shoot it to their email.
That's right. That's right. Do an email blast. When you went to school for computers, did they teach you the in-house part of it and the out-house part of the marketplace in digital, or they just kept it in the corporate wave? How did
It,
they?
for me, mine is more so corporate, but there's a little bit of a crossover because even so, when I was in school, when I first went to school, there was no operating system. We were the operating system. It was C dot backslash run. That's how we made the computers. Now you can open up the computer and it's gonna run for you.
Yeah,
But
right.
yeah, so but I did learn about the marketing piece, making up flyers and things
Mhm.
like that because it was a part of my course. I wish I would have known that that was graphic design back then because
Mhm.
I feel like that's where I would have gone because I that was the part I love, but I didn't know. This is another
Mhm.
reason why it's good to have mentors. I didn't know that there was a such space called graphic design. So you are definitely you were at an advantage
Right,
as far
right.
as that. But
Yep.
yeah, I did learn much of what I use now from the corporate side. I've been able to cross over and use it on the personal side as well because it's there's a lot of crossover. You can there's spreadsheets that you can use
Mhm.
to manage your business because you
Right.
need to know what inventory you have, what you have coming in and out. And then there's also the graphic design part that we use on an everyday basis. Anytime you see any logo, even McDonald's, this McDonald's, there was a graphic
Mhm.
designer that made this. You know,
Right.
people don't realize that
Right.
all of this stuff comes from,
Right.
computers. It all
Right.
comes from consumer.
Right.
Everything we look at came from some sort of thought and some sort of digitization, I should
Yeah,
say.
yeah. Right. That's it's yeah, them big old words.
Yeah, right, right.
The
I
the
gotta
tongue
say it slow in my head, bro.
tongue tie,
Digitization.
so
Even
yeah,
this.
that's
This
one thing
was
I've learned a
made.
lot. Mhm.
This shirt,
Mhm.
Kai 716, I believe is the name. She's from Lackawanna. She
Okay.
you may know her mom, in Terrace. We called her Tara. But
Yeah, that is
yeah,
scary. Yeah.
yeah, her daughter made this shirt. It
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah.
man.
And then a lot of kids getting in advance on all types of stuff like that because we was coming up. Like that's why I thank God that I went to art school. And when I went to art school at that time, we only had like my first year there. I went there for 3 years. We were supposed to go there for two, but I went an extra year because I had an extra grade when I failed, but they let me still go back on the third year. But when I first got there, they only had like two max for 40 students. You know what I mean? To
Wow.
do a project. So you had to be scheduled to get on the computer to do your project. If you missed your schedule, you would have to go on back of the line and to get scheduled and hope it don't cross over to you being late for your project to get done. We only had two computers. Now the
Mm,
second year when I went back to art school for my second year, they had four more Macs where everything was moved a little bit quicker. By the time on my third year, they had a whole computer room.
just like that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they had a whole computer room with, I think it was something like 20, Macintoshes up in that joint, and, then
Oh,
they
so
had the
you
master
learned on the
one that
Mac.
ran everything. The master one that was at the end next to the printer and the scanner. That was the master one that ran everything that teacher can get in there and he could see anybody's screen just off that one screen. He didn't have to go
Hmm.
to, behind you and see what you're doing. He can just go in that one, sit down, computer number 11, that's Kathy, she doing design. Okay, that's good. And then he'll coach you from there, like you need to be doing this. And teach you from that one computer. So that technology right there had me crazy. Like, what? You can do that? Like, okay, that's what's up. Like, okay, that's what's up. I was really impressed.
Hmm.
I was like,
Now you
okay.
don't even have to be in the same room. You can remote into someone's computer and
Yeah,
see what
yeah,
they're
and see
doing.
what they doing, and then he'll, if you're doing something wrong, he'll grab his mouse and grab it and correct it for you, like, "Do it like this," and he have his mouse, it'd be two little things on there, and his be the big one, and, he was like, "Yo, do it like this," and then she'll do it and train you exactly step by step what you need to do, and that was amazing. That was amazing
Yeah.
to see that at that time. You know what I mean? So it's like when it's come to this technology, come to marketing, one of my guys at the barbershop in Buffalo, he went to college for digital marketing and marketing and was it marketing and engineering or something like that.
Mhm.
And he was telling me things that I already knew, but then another cat came in the barbershop and told him, like, "Let me tell you something, bro." I said, "I salute you going to college because I'm not never going to tell a brother not to go to college, but I am going to tell you this: that the things that they're teaching you in the college for the marketing, they're not teaching you what the outside people is really learning step by step. That's actually, unless you in a club, unless you in the computer club just give you the details of what certain things to do." That's most of my mentors. So most of the things that I'm learning more than what the college people is learning is going to college for like digital marketing and all that. When they come
Yeah.
to me and tell me something about marketing, okay, I'm gonna listen, pay attention, but 90% of the time is something that I already know. Then I tell them something, they're like, huh? I never known that. And then I break it down to them like that's amazing. Then they'll go back to the school and talk to the professor, and the professor was like, "Whatever that brother is, he telling you right." He said, "Why you don't teach this in the class?" Because they got to go through an agenda. An
Yep.
agenda,
They got to
a
go through that
spreadsheet.
syllabus.
Yeah, right. That they got to go
Experience.
by
Oh, yeah.
to teach.
Experience is the best teacher. As my
Mm,
mom always says, experience. It's good to get the degree if you feel like you need, if that's the route you want to go,
right,
but you don't always need the degree. So
right.
if you can get up under someone an apprentice or for someone, or you get a good mentor
Hmm.
that knows these things and can teach you the real world experiences, because what I learned in school just gave me the basics. What I had to do, I learned on the job.
Hmm.
You learn
Right.
it as you go along.
Hands
You
on.
really do. It's the
Yeah.
experience. Get up. Yeah, it's the experience.
And I think the only thing you got to learn is the basics, like far as windows and stuff like that. And I noticed that too. If you just took a basic class, even in high school, not even college, just in high school about windows, the basic jobs that have computers in their jobs, like McDonald's, is using Windows.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, and to the emails and to get your orders for the cash register, they're all using the Windows. So
Mm-hmm.
once you know the basics of something, you pretty much can go anywhere and get an advanced training on something that has a better program or something. It is really similar to the same thing. It's just different analytics what you got to learn. That's all. You know
I
what I mean?
agree. That's so
Yeah.
funny that you said it, because we get so intimidated because it's like, oh, this is new, but it really is the same thing. It's just a different industry. It's a
Yeah,
different
right. The
industry.
way
The
of doing
best,
things.
yeah, the
It's
best
the same
advice.
window, same mouse, the same right
Same.
click to go here to find out what you wanna look for. Then there's another arrow that you can go and click on that, and then that one window will come up and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's the same over and over and over.
Yeah. It's
You know,
just like this. It's going from product to product. It's the if you can hustle, if you have the strong ability to sell someone something, you can take that same knowledge and just put it into a different product. Just
mhm,
put it into a different product. If you have that, if you got the basics
mhm.
of Windows, then you can take that same knowledge and just transfer it into a different product, a different system, a different company.
Right, right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I tell people all the time, and like, a lot of the kids and stuff coming up, man, especially when around like 2000, like 4 and 5, during the MySpace days, man. A lot of the kids was learning how to, especially on the music part. Like I had to learn that part. Like that to download the free music, everything. I didn't know nothing about none of that.
I never had a MySpace.
Just that
I was
I never know
Facebook.
nothing. I'm like, I'm going to I'm in South Carolina, or I see one of my friends' kids on my space, or they on their computer, and they were like, I'm like, how did you get that song, or how did you get that album? I've been looking for that album, and I ain't even out yet. They're like, yo, I went here. It's a spot called LimeWire. You go in here, you get
Mm.
the music. and then you put your code in. He said, I said, where you get the code from? And I'm like, I'm in music. This is like a 10-year-old, 11-year-old teach me this. You know
As
what I mean?
artists,
Downloading
it
video
was good
games
for
and all types
MySpace,
of stuff.
wasn't it?
It was unbelievable. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? I'm in the computer every day doing something. I don't know nothing about this. Like, and then, 11, 12-year-old teaching me, yeah, you go here, you download the app, but you got to be careful because you might got viruses on there. So you got to filter through this thing and this thing. I'm like, and they got like a desktop, then they got like a laptop, and this one they had like it was almost like a tablet, but it was a small screen, almost like a. It's almost like a. It's almost like the first tablet, really, but it was like a small little laptop.
Computer device.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and he had that. He connect the one with the USB, and you had the screen slide over to that screen. I'm like, what? That's magic. How did you do that? Like these kids was on some a whole different scientific experiment on technology type. And I was very you know excited about it. I was learned by 11, 12-year-old how to download music. I didn't have a clue.
Yeah, these kids are coming out knowing how to work cell phones and stuff.
Yeah, like the cell phone game. I don't even want to go to that.
My little 2-year-old nephew Bryson, he trips me out with the phone like he knows what he wants to watch.
Yeah, and they know what to do. They know where to go. They know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
They know where to click. They know how to get into your phone and everything. Like like you
Yeah,
said, at 4 or 5 years old.
very
My
young.
my grandbaby knew how to call me while my daughter was asleep because she has this set up on her phone like my picture. Like you go
Yep.
you strolling, got my picture on there, and he know that that's Papa. And
Uh,
all you gotta do is click on my picture and it automatically calls the phone. So when he seen the picture,
he knew it was his pop pop.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And my daughter was asleep. She was asleep, and he was in the bed, because he supposed to be playing a game, but he even pressed something and got it all into the phone. And then he seen my face, that Papa clicked on that, called me. I answered the phone. I'm like, hello, and then he's whispering. He talking about Papa, my mama asleep. What you doing, Papa? I'm like, you don't even supposed to be on the phone, man. Where your mama at? And he's like, "Oh, shh, 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 mama asleep. Mama asleep."
These
He
kids
just
are
tickled
so
me.
smart.
He just tickled me, and he's like, "Oh, mama asleep. Mama asleep." He kept on saying that. He was like, "Oh, hold on." And then I hear like the on the phone, whatever he's doing. Like, I'm like, "Baby G, what are you doing?"
What's his name, baby G?
Yeah, his name is Giovanni, but I call him Baby G. And
Oh, that's so beautiful.
but yeah, he just tickled me, and then like a couple hours later, she like, "Did I call you?" I'm like, "No, your son called me." He like that big old head. I mean, he was just whispering, and she must have been sleeping like right there because he kept on. Oh, man, she's sleeping because I'm talking, so I guess I'm talking too loud for her. So he like, shh, shh, shh,
He like he
sleep,
go,
sleep.
mommy go hear me. You can't talk too loud, Papa.
It,
You gonna blow my
he,
spot up.
he was 3 years old doing that.
I believe it. I
3
believe
years
it.
old. I'm like, wow. He knew where to go. He knew what to click at to get to the folder with all her pictures and stuff, all the people that she calls. And he went past Auntie and everybody else and seen me. And
That's his Papa.
Papa. All you gotta do is click
Oh,
on the picture. You don't got to
oh,
click on the phone. All you gotta do is click on the picture and automatically calls.
oh, that's so sweet.
She had an Apple phone. Apple phones do that. So yeah, so I'm like,
I'm
man,
gonna
he
have to.
tickled me. He had me dying. My daughter calling me talking about, did I call you? No, you didn't call me. You was asleep. Your son called me. It didn't want
don't be
nothing.
don't be doing nothing wrong because he gonna tell.
Yep. And don't leave your phone down and you leave somewhere. He definitely gonna pick it up because he know how to get to the video games and everything. He know how to get to the cartoons and cause she got the cartoon app that goes straight to the YouTube and get all the YouTube cartoons.
So he knows what
They can
to.
pick whatever cartoon you want to watch. Same thing with the games. You got the kid games, and he could just pick one, and he just something else. When I see him doing that, when he did that and called me, I'm like, I said, these kids are smart. They you didn't teach him that. He figured that out himself. He said, "No, I never teach him nothing. I just bring the screen up for him to watch it." But I guess he probably be watching and and learning. And okay, she clicked on that. Then okay, then you got to click on that, and then I got okay, I could do it myself now. And then he'll fight. When he phone is on the table, he'll grab it and trying to see if he can remember what she did, and
Oh
and
yeah, they
get it
are
right
so.
quick.
I swear, they are coming out knowing about this technology where we are still struggling. Technology wise. My little nephew Kendrick, he'll come over and show me some new thing that's going on. I'm like, oh my god, like it is. And oh yeah, it's a lot. These kids, they are way more advanced than we are. They have a benefit though because
Yep.
they've always had computers or cell phones
That's right. That's
or
right.
something like that. My
Definitely.
allergies are acting up
Yeah.
so bad this morning.
Yeah, but yeah, I ain't really bring no fire tops today. I'm just want to brainstorm on some bills and on some pretty much whatever's on our mind today. Throwback Thursday, playing some good music. How you like the playlist I played today?
Oh, I was enjoying it. I'll be sitting out on my porch just listening to the music in the morning. YouTube, it's got
Yeah,
YouTube. It's
yeah,
something. This is horrible.
yeah,
I'm
man.
leaking over here. This is
Me too.
horrible. Yeah, I did have one topic. I was surprised. So did you Francis Typho?
Okay.
He did you hear about that? The second black male to win this tennis match. So
Oh
he
yeah, I did see that on my feed. Yeah,
yeah. So oh god, I'm so sorry.
yes, okay, yes, okay.
He's at the US Open at the semifinals.
Yeah,
Uh
I seen that.
you
Yeah,
saw
he's
that?
the first black guy to win a tennis since
Uh-huh.
Arthur, right?
Yep, since Arthur Ashe. And he won in the Arthur Ashe Stadium.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah,
cool.
so and this is on ESPN that
Yeah,
I was reading this on, and I was watching it this morning. So he
yeah, I
advanced
had
in the
seen that on
US
my feed.
Open.
I get to
So
click
big
on it.
shout
I
out
did
to
see it.
him.
Yeah, I did see that. If I get to click on it like I wanted to, because I was like I said, every time I see good stuff that pop up on my feeds, I'm always looking for something, or I'm a process of doing some prep work on something, and then I'll be like, I got to go back to it,
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
and I hate when I do that when I'm in my work mode and I see something good that I want to check out. I'm like, I can't. This ain't my free time right now. I got to get this
Right.
done.
Do you ever keep stuff like I have an iPhone, so I have all these pages open that I want to go back to, and then by the time I think I go back to open my phone, it's like, why do I have 8 windows open? And then I'm clicking them off, and then it's like, wait a minute, you were
Yeah,
supposed to go back and read that.
yeah, yep,
It's not
yep,
enough
yep.
time.
I have a laptop. I have a MacBook Air, and I do that all the time. I
I
have my
want
windows
one of
up, and I go
those.
back to check out, and then sometimes I don't even go back, and then before you know it, I leave the computer up, and then I got all types of stuff popping up, and I'm like, okay,
What
let
is
me
this?
let me close this window, close that when I go back, I get it later on. But yeah, I do that all the time. It's like when I'm on my work mode, there's so many good stuff come up, and I said when I'm not working and I'm strolling, none of this stuff comes up.
Yeah, yeah.
I
How do
might
you
get like
like
one
that
or two.
MacBook? I want to
Yeah,
get one of those. I'm using a Samsung laptop right now, which is good. I like it. But
yeah.
because I have an iPhone, I want the MacBook because the seamless integration, you can transfer right over everything that's
Right.
on my iPhone. I can go to my MacBook. They're just so
Just off your
expensive.
email. Put your email in my back ear. Everything that's on your phone will pop up on your screen on your laptop.
Really?
Yeah,
See?
that's all you need is the email. Put your email in, know your passcode, everything. Your phone numbers come up. You can call from your laptop like this and call people. Everything.
Really? Right from the
Yeah,
MacBook?
yeah, yeah.
See? That's
Just off
on
the
that's on my
email. Yeah,
Christmas wish list
yeah, yeah.
for myself.
I had got this selling the Haters album. I had got this. I had got my podcast set up, two microphones. I had this is my second sound card. I had the starter kit sound card that had like 6 buttons on there for like different sounds. Um, it didn't have an EQ as far as the mic. That's one thing I didn't like about it, but it still was pretty clear. long as you was up on the mic. And so I just upgraded to this sound card right here, the K sound sound card. And when I got that, and I got some more plugins, you can plug in 2 headphones. I got a cord to connect to your phone, so if people want to call, or I can connect it to any other device that has music, a tablet or another one. You know, 'cause my music is
Oh,
separate that I'm
wow.
playing for my playlist when I do the radio. So it's like so I had to really upgrade and everything when I bought everything, because I was doing good, man, selling higher copies, man. I was doing so good. So I just went on ahead and just bought all this. I bought the whole starter kit, the everything, the computer, you know what I'm saying?
Where'd
Then
you
we
get
got
your
a
starter
car
kit
and
from?
everything. So yeah, we was pretty much you
What kind
know,
of mic are you using, bro?
this is a podcast. This is a podcast mic. This is not really made to record as far as a studio.
Okay.
Podcast mic. It was a kit. It came with like 2 no, it came up with 1 stand, 1 mic, came with a USB. It came with something else, 2 other things that I didn't really need, but I kept them. I forgot, but I know it came in a package deal. Then I had got a podcast mixer. Never used it. I just gave it to a friend of mine that I record with.
I
I
was
let
about
him
to
take
ask you, how do you
yeah,
like that? Because is it different because you do music as well?
right.
Can you use the podcast equipment for the music side as well, the mixer? I was thinking
You
about
can.
investing
I
in one
know
of
people that
those.
do it, but the quality of the sound, it sounds good, but if you really want that sound, um, get a studio mic. I recommend a studio mic, but I know some people that have recorded on a podcast microphone, but they also knew how to work the plugins to where they could change the sound. People that's more educated and more advanced for what they're doing. But this mic right here, I would never use to record. I would use just for radio
Okay.
and podcast. But yeah, I had so much equipment. I had to 3 different had 2 different sound cards, I had a mixer I never used because I was gonna use that mixer if I'm doing live. If I was doing a mobile, and say that I was going to Chicago and just to do a podcast live with you, I would bring that on the road with me so we could hook up, um, more microphones, you hook up a phone to it, a iPod, you can look up, and they had EQs for each one. Each had their own channel to where you can have everything connected to your computer with the USB. It had a power cord for it separate, so you won't hear no feedback, you won't hear no, no muffling or nothing like that. So that's why I bought it, just in case. I really wanted to get on the road and do mobiles to where I can do pop-ups at clothing stores, barbershops, and stuff like that. I never went that far because I got to radio
You
with
haven't gotten that far yet. You
yeah,
haven't gotten that far yet
yeah,
because you
yeah,
never
that
know where this is going to go.
right, yeah, but it's definitely going is on my list to do that because I'm the but he still got it, but I was thinking about buying a bigger one to where it could be more advanced to where you could hook up now they got ones that you can hook up more than one laptop. So if I do go we do a podcast together, I could have a USB line where it connects to your computer and where you can be live on your podcast connected to my podcast on my YouTube, and we can be on
Really?
separate lines, but still be in the same room.
Really?
Yeah, they
Well,
got a
you
new
have a
one. It's
lot
like,
that you can teach people.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what's up.
yeah. It's how much? That's my check. It cost $286 for it. It was I think it was a 16 channel, sound card mixer. It
Sound
was a
card.
2 in
Okay.
1, and you can hook up multiple microphones. I think up to 4 computers. And especially if you're using like files or something, if a place have files or whatever for the internet, we can move quick and we can move fast, clear, and you can be on your computer, I could be on my computer, we can have my camera, your camera, we could be in the same room like we're doing right now and still interact and do a podcast.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And it could be on your platform. It could be on my platform. We could connect other devices to it. Like if I have a tablet to be live on IG, you connect your phone to it, be live on your IG, whatever, all at the same time.
Mm. I
Yep.
like that. I
Yeah.
like that.
I'm thinking about investing in that down the line. Um, Especially when I go to Montreal, because I'm next year. I'm got my goals to go to Montreal to be live.
Yeah.
On the radio in Montreal at 514 Online Mix Radio. And the whole staff was like, yo, yeah, we would love that. We'll do a big event, bring you out because everybody hear your voice. They would love to
To
meet me
see, yeah. Oh,
to even hear me on
that's
the
what's
radio.
up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Speaking into existence. Speaking
Yep.
into
Yep.
existence.
Yep. So that's the plan. But I would like to get that SoundCloud mixer. That'd be awesome for that. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? And then the team at 514 can hook up their equipment from the station onto it, and we can do a live radio promote whatever we're gonna be at in Montreal. And I think that'd be big to do.
I
Um,
like that.
yeah,
Listen, put it into works.
yeah,
Montreal's not that far from Buffalo.
yeah, no doubt. So I'm out here in the West Coast, but we'll make it happen. Hopefully by next year we be in Atlanta. So
Yeah.
that's our goal. For us to move the whole station of the morning show to Atlanta. That's my goal.
90 seconds.
But the phone lines is going off, fellas. Those who's trying to call, phone lines is down.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
No doubt. We would definitely phone lines to be up. We could talk Buffalo tomorrow
Oh
on
yeah.
some things and
Oh yeah.
we'll
Talk
see
about this win that we about to have. That's
yeah,
what we gonna be talking about. This win that we about to have.
this big W we about to do today. Yeah, you know what I mean? And we gonna go ahead and we gonna try to blow them out the water too. We
Oh
ain't trying
yeah.
to we want all the smoke today.
All the smoke. Bring it.
Yeah,
We've been preparing for this opportunity. I'll
that's
say that.
it. That's
We've
it.
been preparing
Smoke
for it.
is real. Yeah, yes, the smoke is very real. So and I'm
I'm
not
about to
talking
go
about chicken
downstairs and
wings
take me
right
some
now.
allergy medicine. That's what I'm gonna do. These
Me too.
allergies not gonna got us leaking all on
We live on the radio podcast, yeah, with the
with the
sneezing and
sniffles.
sniffling and all that, right?
Oh goodness.
Man, but
Oh wait.
yeah, definitely go Bills today, and we gonna go ahead and close this up. Shout out to Xtasy, Snow Bunny. I hope she gets better. She on her rough
Yes.
days. Shout out to 514 Online. Make shout out to your crew. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
big shout out to the Evening Rush. Make sure you check the platform out. Download the Evening Rush networks. We got some awesome podcasts on that show. Big ups to my producer Sean the Don,
On the
and big up,
Don.
big huge ups to my co-host. He's so awesome.
Yeah.
Big ups to both my co-hosts.
And then you're gonna be live tomorrow too, right?
Oh yeah, I'll be on there tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Make sure, yeah, and I'm interviewing Chevy Cass Gang from California. He has oh my goodness. I streamed that doggone WTF song all day yesterday. His whole body of work is nice. I love the idea that him and his partner has. So there's like 10 tracks on this record.
Okay.
But they're releasing one track every Friday.
Okay.
Instead of releasing the entire body of work at the same time, they're releasing just to get the momentum. It's so smart. Just talking the interview that I did with him, the pre-interview.
Yeah.
He's young, but he's very, very intelligent, and he's in the space that he's supposed to be, and he's using the marketing that he has and pushing it forward. So big up.
You got to be on. What time you be on tomorrow Eastern time?
7 p.m. tomorrow. Make sure you guys check out Thinking Girl with Vette Green. Go ahead and stream his music. Is called WTF. Chevy Gang Cash. Chevy, I call it Cash. That's his name on Instagram.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. I know I have a special interview tomorrow with G Princess out of Albuquerque. She's opening up for Whitney Payton on the 24th out here. She's artist from Phoenix, and she's opening up. And I was checking out her work, and I mean her was chopping it up. And I said I definitely would love to interview her on the show. I'm gonna interview her at 4:00 Mountain Time here. So I'll probably be live with her for about 20 or 30 minutes, interviewing her, and I'm hopefully to get some tickets by the 24th to see Whitney Payton, because Whitney Payton, I'm designing some stuff for her, some shoes and sneakers for her. I've been a fan of Whitney Payton since I heard her do a concert during the pandemic online. Then they did the online concerts, and
I gotta look her up.
Yeah, Whitney Payton. She's a hip hop rock / pop artist. She's like 4 genres in one. She's very talented. Her stage performance is phenomenal. I can't wait to see her live. I
Yeah.
seen a couple of her tours she did after when everybody came back outside. She did a small tour, and then she just did a major tour this past summer. That was amazing. Then she back on tour for a small one and coming to Albuquerque. She came to Albuquerque last year. I missed her. But she's coming back. My man Seth, one of the promoters I know, is bringing her out. I said I got
Oh,
to
that's
definitely
what's
meet her
up.
face to face, give her her sneakers. Me and her been chopping it up on IG a little bit when she used to go live and stuff. But she's definitely, her new album just dropped.
Okay.
She's just really out there. She's from Phoenix. G Princess is from I think G Precious is from Albuquerque, and and she's opening up for her, and she's like one of the top female pop hip hop artists out here in Albuquerque. So I'm like, okay, I said
That's
that's
what's
what's
up.
up. So
That's
I
what's
got
up.
that going tomorrow, and then of course tomorrow morning doing the morning show, we be back on, and then Saturday we're gonna be live on IG. We're gonna do that every Saturday.
Oh yeah, we making moves here. We making moves. The universe is smiling down at us.
Yeah, so we're gonna be
Go
busy.
Buffalo!
Yeah,
Go
go Buffalo.
Buffalo!
The game tonight. Make sure y'all tune in. I'm definitely gonna be watching the game tonight
I
and
gotta find a
enjoying
place to
myself.
watch it because I'm in Chicago. So how are you watching it? Because you're in Albuquerque.
It's it's
You
it's,
have
it's,
ESPN,
it's on it's gonna be everybody gonna watch it. It's a prime time.
so I'll be able to watch it.
Yep, on
Okay,
ABC.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep. It's a
Because
prime
usually I have to
time.
find a place to watch it.
Yep. They prime time. I know Buffalo schedule. They have like out of the 17 games, they got like 6 primetime games this year. So
Really?
including on Christmas Eve and Thanksgiving. So
Okay,
yeah, so
okay.
we can be able to watch the Bills across the board up in here,
Oh,
and
I
then I got an
can't
app on
wait,
my
man,
tablet where
because
I can get the
I
game too.
couldn't keep up. I would have to look on Facebook and see what's going on, or Google it and see what the score is
Yeah.
while
I
I've
mean,
been here. So I'm
also, if you
definitely
following the Buffalo Beckers page on Facebook, they usually stream it on
oh,
Facebook the whole game.
okay.
Yeah.
It's funny. Someone told me about that when I first moved here. There's bars and stuff that actually stream it
Yep.
that you can
Yep.
go into in different states that
Yep.
because Buffalo Bills fans are all over the place.
Yes,
We
it
are
is.
just not
Yeah.
in Buffalo.
It's more Buffalo fans in Albuquerque than any team.
Really?
Yeah. In Albuquerque, the whole state of New Mexico is more Buffalo fans than anything. There's more
Okay.
Buffalo fans in Indiana than the Colts.
Yeah.
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 And so
Yeah. I
there's more,
know
yep,
North Carolina got some down in Charlotte. What they say it's like a little Buffalo down in
yep,
certain
in
pockets.
Atlanta. Yeah, in
Atlanta too,
Atlanta.
a
Yep,
little.
yep. But yeah, Buffalo been 2 years in a row with the most fans. We last year we won first place. No, this is gonna be the 3rd year. They said this year we number 1 too. So this is the 3rd year in a row that we have the most fans in the United States, and then we're also number 2 in the world. Yeah, we number 2 in the whole world. So number 1 is the Cowboys. Forget them. But
Bye, y'all.
yeah, I hate the Cowboys and I hate the Patriots. Any
Sorry,
other team I can
Charlemagne.
work with, but
Sorry,
them
Charlemagne.
two,
I know that's his favorite. Let's
yeah,
go, Buffalo.
yeah, that's it. My Bills all day long. So y'all tune in tonight, and we're gonna talk about it in the morning. That's gonna be probably the topic of the morning on Friday. Get paid Friday. I'm gonna be playing some old school hip hop
Yeah.
tomorrow. So it's gonna be a hip hop day on Friday. So it's gonna be a good show tomorrow.
Yep. See you guys tomorrow. Let's go, Buffalo.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Great
no doubt.
show. Talk to you soon.
See you tomorrow.
All right.
I love like a man